let's see. Okay, this thing does about 700, so big lesson learned there. Don't hit him with an ascendant shotgun. So today we have returned back to the swamps because we are going to tame ourselves a very special and very great utility flying creature, the Rhynio. Now again, it's not a high level by any means, but it is the only female that I have seen spawned, which is right over there. Female level 20, which is what we want. We have the pheromones, so that way we can get our thing to imprint one of our creatures, which what I'm gonna do, hopefully, crossing my fingers that this plan works and everything is successful in this adventure. I'm going to use the Wyvern, because I noticed in the last video when I was flying to get the Baryonyx, the Wyvern was just fast enough to basically keep the Rhynio coming at it, but it wasn't too fast where it would just de-render and lose interest. Now, the trick to getting it to not aggro, as you see is probably about to do momentarily, is to get it high up so that way there's no creatures around it that'll make it want to be aggroed to. So with that being said, I have to go very far away to my base in order to get near where I have literally all the taming things you need, because once the dino that you sacrifice to be impregnated is there, it has a very few minutes in between each interval to get basically like taming affinity. So it's going to need a various amount of objects or resources to consume because of its cravings. So I have most of the things back at base. Hopefully, again, I'm not crazy about getting a perfect tame on this because it's such a low level. This is more so kind of going to be like a trophy tame just to kind of say I have one. Although I probably will use it towards the end a little bit more than the Wyvern, because again, it could do a lot. There you go. It's already aggroed. So let's not get this thing drawn too far away. Let's get you on top of me. There we go. And the other thing, because it's going to be quite difficult to track, especially once you get it, because you need its health to hit, I think like 10%, maybe 20%, roughly, like dropped. You're going to have to basically use your eyes to see, because if you kill it, again, it's such a low level, damaging it is probably not going to take too much work. Hopefully that's not an issue, but I do have the spyglass, although it is a mod because the normal one does not work. Oh, we already lost its aggro. Like, the normal spyglass in the game does not work at all. So what I'm going to use is this thing, and we just draw the aggro. There we go. Now we just have to drag this thing back to base, which shouldn't take a crazy amount of time because it's moving kind of quick. But I gotta milk the shots, obviously. But I also gotta be careful not to take too much damage. Although this thing has like 25k health, it's only losing 50 per hit. So honestly, it could take a beating. Not concerned about that in the slightest. Just gotta angle you up a little more because we are gonna probably head into the snow biome soon enough. And then once we're home at base, I'm just hoping I could get it in a spot that won't be an issue. I do have a couple of dinos I could use because it's based off the scale factor. So I believe I have some lesser Rexes I could just sacrifice so that way it could impregnate it. But in terms of just getting this thing back to base, that's really going to be the hardest-ish part of the journey because it's a far, far trip to go. So yeah, I'll see you back at base once we are ready to get this party started for real. Alright, so now we're at base. So basically what I'm going to do is just kind of leave you to take this guy for a bit. So that way it stays here and doesn't get pulled anywhere. Stay on passive. There we go. You have fun. I will be back momentarily. Don't get aggroed to me. Perfect. So it has 1.8k. So I think... Oh, there's an Apple card. Oh, great. I think I got to get it to like... maybe 200 to 300 health, roughly. I want to say that's like a fair number. Where is a spare? I have a breeding pair, right? Yeah, I think 2-3-2s are my breeding pairs, so I will just take you. You will do the trick. And now I just got to get you stuck on the Rex, which shouldn't take too much work to do. We're gonna pick you up. There we go. And now you are gonna do your thing. And let's see. Okay, this thing does about 700, so... Okay. Lesson learned. Big lesson learned there. Don't hit him with an ascendant shotgun. Yeah, that's tough. And of course there's an RG. Well, guess I'm gonna have to wait for another one to spawn. That's kind of tough. Alright, so I wound up doing a Dino White because I couldn't get another spawn, but we got another level 20 female. It literally is just gonna be the same thing. So what we have to do now is hopefully get it to aggro to the Rex. Okay, maybe not. We'll have to do it the way we were doing it before. Let's just get you over here, like so. And you're stuck on the Rex. Perfect. So let's leave you over here. Everybody's on. Damn it. You scared me straight. We're going to pick you up. And then we are going to lure you to the Rex. No, not me. Lure you. There you go. Stay with him. Not me. Perfect. Or her, rather. So, we have the level 20 now. When I killed the Alpha Carno, I was blessed with a very low... I was blessed with a very low rifle. Not rifle, crossbow. So, this thing should get pretty weak soon enough. We might have to give it a little help, actually. I hope I don't regret this. Alright, that worked out very well. Because now I have, what, 5 crossbows? Yeah, this should be fine. Or rather, regular stone arrows. Damn it, I missed. Not good. Very not good. Nope. No. Not me. I need you over here. I need you right there. There you go. Probably a couple more hits should do the trick. I'm going to give it one more. Alright, let's feed you the thing, the pheromone. There you go. Are you gonna do your dance? Are you weak enough? I don't want to hit you because I know chances are... Whoa. Did it get impregnated? I think it's impregnated. I don't know. Are you impregnated? Because then I could just equip sharp weapon to cut sap. Alright. Alright, now you should be very low. So you can impregnate now. Please. Why is it getting pulled to me? Oh, there it is. There's the move. Alright. Let's get rid of you now. Because I can't be having you around base. Alright, so now that it's impregnated, now we could actually get a Rhynio. So we have 8 minutes for it to be born. And what I'm gonna do, because it is a Rex, where is mine? Because I need... Oh wait, I have another saddle, I think. Let me just put you right there. Alright, could you follow me, please? I'm gonna need you off the cliff, preferably. Damn, you took a beating. Alright, stay right there. Cool. Yep, we're just gonna leave you there for a minute. No problem at all. This is a bit messy, but it's working nonetheless. Where is my spare saddles? Hopefully the Rex saddle's somewhere in here. There we go. Just so that way I can move it around. Not because obviously I'm keeping it, because in just a few minutes, this thing will be sacrificed for the greater good. And yeah, we'll be hopefully able to get things, cravings in 20 seconds. Cool. So let's get you saddled up and let's see. Yeah, that was interesting. But we got the job done. So let's say almost ready to pop. Great. awesome. I wonder what the first thing is going to be, because we have craving exceptional kibble. I have that. Don't worry about that. Actually, let me just bring closer to base so everything's a lot easier to move around. So, exceptional kibble. I think I have extraordinary, so I hope this will work. I really do, because, yeah, it's kind of the only kibble I got. So, let me put this on the hot bar. There we go. Will you take it? Yes, you will. Perfect. Alright, that's one. Now we gotta wait another minute and a half for the next bit. Unfortunately, with this thing, I can't see, like, with other babies, like, inside for gestation, I can't see literally anything. So I just have to wait for the most part, which isn't terrible. I guess in the meantime, I could just clean up my inventory. Alright, you have 12 seconds left. Let's see. Let me get a quick snack because I am hungry now. I can put on my shirt since we are here. 3, 2, 1. What do you want? Giant bee honey. Oh, hopefully there's some in here. I'm kind of hoping on it. Otherwise, we're screwed. Empty. Damn it. I think I have rare flowers. Let me check. Hopefully they could produce honey in enough time, because that would be really critical right now. Alright. I'm gonna need you to produce. Very, very quick. Oh, you are very, very bloody. Oh, it's done. There is our baby Rhynio. Level 14. Damn. That really took a beating on the levels. Well, at least Elena's not reading it, so that's nice. So, yeah, it's not ideal to be doing this in the dark, obviously, but nonetheless, we have our very own Rhynio. Now, all I gotta do is just sit and wait for this thing to grow up. Now, I believe I might be able to get another imprint. I don't know, because this thing may take a while. There's a chance, probably low, but there's a chance that I could potentially get a second imprint, which for right now, it's only at a 0, which ain't great. So if I could get at least 50, because I know stats, again, it's a level 14. There's literally no point in this except for just to have it. Actually, let me look at the base things. 1,600 health, that's big. 300%, probably get that to 1,000. 1,200 weight is probably most important. Like, these things can carry, I believe, I know Rexes, I think they can carry Gigas. I'm not 100% on that. I believe they can carry, like, pretty big, like, not a Bronto, but I think a Diplo maybe. So, let me just sit and wait for this thing to grow up. But yeah, we have our Rhynio. Finally. It's something I've been holding off for a while, waiting for a female to spawn, but now that we're here, very glad that I could get it. So sit back and wait for this thing to grow up. And then we'll take to the skies and see how great this thing is. Again, low level, but still. 3 seconds left, and the Rhynio is ready for the first and probably the only imprint. Oh, perfect. Cuddle. Oh, 50%. So it only went about 20% in maturation before I had to do it, so I'll definitely be able to do a second imprint, which should get it to the proper 100. And I luckily have some sap, because I know specifically one of their attacks you need sap to do, and hopefully it works out. And I don't know if I don't think it generates sap. I think it just converts normal sap into, like, the Rhynio sap stuff for the special attacks, but anyway, I moved inside just to keep it safe from, obviously, the RGs and everything that probably would have attacked soon enough. But this thing is pretty cool, I gotta say. Like, it's a little brighter, so we can see the colors a bit better. It really just looks like a lobster, if I'm being honest. Just because of, like, the clay terracotta orange color. The rest of it is not crazy good with, like, style. The purple eyes are a nice accent, honestly. I'm not complaining. Obviously, the green doesn't really match, but aside from those few little things, I say I'm happy with this. Now, I do also have the saddle, so we got that crafted. Luckily, we had enough resources to spare. I think I just had to grab a little bit of crystal, but yeah. Now we gotta wait another hour and a half, which is gonna be a sucky and slow thing. So I guess in the meantime, since this is an in-between video from the last to probably a couple after, let me just show you how the baryonyx situation is going, which, damn it, you broke my ACs. That's actually not good, because then all these eggs are gonna be probably not incubating. I mean, depending on the temperature, they might be, but they're incubating right now, so I definitely got to get those ACs back up and running, because obviously went ahead and grabbed some electrical wiring so that way they could incubate, because it got cold at some parts. Luckily, it's very hot right now, so we're able to stay cool in here, and all these eggs can incubate. But yeah, all of the stats, melee, health, stam, and weight, are now maxed out with 20 on the male. So they're all going to look like this, basically 286. You can see right there, there, and here. Now I just have to wait for the females to get their 20, which is going to take a little longer, because I could only really do one female at a time. Otherwise, like, I could do multiples, but, like, realistically, come on, that's kind of redundant, because, like, I could grab a bunch of these out, and then I just got to swap them again, which is probably a smart move, but honestly, I'm at the point where I think they're good enough. Maybe a few more stats wouldn't hurt, like stacking up the stats. But in terms of just like everything else, that's really all I'm waiting on. And then I could get going on color mutations. So with that all being said, I got a couple things to clearly take care of. But I will catch you when the Rhynio is fully grown and we are all ready to take it on a joyride. Alright, so our Rhynio is fully grown, fully imprinted, 100%, and ready to take to the skies. I mean, this thing is ginormous. Like, I know it's big, but if you just look at the size comparison, right? We barely take up one of its legs. I mean, this thing is massive. So let's not waste any time and dawdle around. Let's get the saddle on, and let's get on again. Level 14. Stats were not great. Oh. So carry character, middle mouse button, toggle resin armor, control C, resin ammo, control right click, carry, control left, taunt is C, fire resin is right click, melee is left, and toggle the help UI is control numpad plus. So let's first, because that gets rid of that, so we'll keep it obviously for right now. This thing is not a fast mover, but it's not meant to be. It's meant to fly. Yeah, this is like a helicopter. This feels nice. It also sounds kind of like one too, but nonetheless, let's see. So we got left click. That's our melee. Right click. We don't have the resin, which is what the sap is for. If he's like a AC-130 or whatever, Black Hawk helicopter? Yeah, this thing is fun. Even a low level. Oh, X is to go up? Okay. There's no going down, but we can go quite vertical. Control, I think, Control C to toggle. So let's give it some sap. Let's give it like a chunk. It'll probably take a second, I think, to make the resin. So in the meantime, what we can do... Where is that saber tooth? There you are. 157, not bad. Alright. Yeah, nothing gets aggro. That's crazy. That's to pick up, so middle mouse button. Yeah, stam definitely need a lot of work here. And you're dead. Awesome. Now it is kind of getting dark. I want to see... Oh, we got resin. It doesn't take too long to make it. It doesn't take too long at all. Let's see. Let's hold off on the stats for right now. let's get back up here because I know there's literally a dime a dozen. Oh, Rex, that's probably a good target because it's nice and chunky. So control and C is for the armor. So I believe we get a reduction in damage we take. I don't know how long this thing lasts for. C. Okay, C is to go down, X is to go up. Although I thought C was the taunt. Oh. So taunt will scare them away, it looks like. Awesome. So we have a few things down there. Now, we just used a taunt, so there's a cooldown on that. So I think that's what? 30? Yeah, 30 seconds. In the middle, I believe that's the resin, what was it? The resin ammo. And the right is obviously how much resin we have and how long it takes to make a single one. So now that we got you here, what is it? Toggle resin ammo with right click. Did that do something? Oh. Oh. Is it a splash damage? Do I have to manually, like, am I holding? Oh, I think I had to whoa, I'm out of sap. That got burned quick. Let's see, do we do more damage now? No. I think it's just slowed down. Yeah, this thing is not a fighter by any means. But, can we pick up a Rex? Yep, we can pick up a Rex. That I knew. And I can't damage you, unfortunately. Because there's nothing I can really do except let you go. So I'm going to kill you. Because that's only the right thing to do in this situation. Alright, so can you hit me? Because... Alright, so yeah, it takes about 50% reduction when you have the sap armor on. So that's pretty useful. Now it's dark. Not the best time to be showing this thing off, but at the same time, this thing is pretty useful. Like, especially, what do we want to do? Actually, I have more sap, but let's finish up with levels. So, again, with the imprint, it's basically at 2K. So if we go up 1965, about 200, 150, something like that. Pretty good. Stam from 367, 389, not too terrible either. Weight 1526, 1587. It's alright. And then 219, 228. So this thing is not going to be a fighter by any means. It's definitely a transportation vehicle, or dinosaur if you will. I want to see what that looks like when I do the animation for leveling up, because that looked pretty cool. Let me just get it looking straight, so that way we can get this looking correct. And we go to level up some weight. Wow, that I would be scared of. That straight up, I would be terrified of. And I don't mind bugs, but if I saw this thing in my backyard, I would lose my shit for sure. Without a doubt. Yeah, this thing is quick. Like, there's no levels in this melee movement speed at all, but this thing moves. Like, I'm glad about that for sure. So I guess realistically, we're going to get this thing to about 1,000, words. We're going to get this thing to about 1,000 stamps, so that way it could go for a while and really wait after that, because again, I'm not using it as a fighter. It's literally just for transportation. Now, I don't know what I really need it for. Like, for big creatures, I don't plan on getting more Rexes. I don't plan on getting, like, Stegos, things like that. Maybe a Gig if I find it. I don't think it could pick up a Giga though. That I feel like the size, the weight scale, I think it's too high for that. So realistically, yeah, it's just a fast mobile mount, which is really useful. That's going to do it for today's episode. If you did enjoy it at any time, make sure you hit the like button and subscribe to the channel if you're new and coming back here regularly just to show your support as well. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you have a great rest of your day, and take care.